There you go.
We're alive.
We are.
We are. And we're going to be talking about the trip we just took and a lot of other things, travel-related things, right after this.
Hello, fellow travelers.
Hello.
It's Neil here.
And I'm Kimberly.
And this is To Travel and Tour. There is sound.
Is there sound?
Yes.
Then
the microphone works fine.
Sound?
Oh, gee.
I couldn't hear anything. Did you hear sound?
No, that is because I had the volume all the way turned off. Here.
Well,
there.
why? I don't think I heard. I didn't hear anything.
I forgot to tune it up. That's all, but they can hear it.
Did you hear it?
Oh, gee.
We're trying new things.
Yeah, we are trying new things. That is for sure. So, trial and error. Just saying.
Right before we're coming live, he goes, "Let's do this," and which is totally like out of Neil's character, like totally something totally just spontaneous. And I'm like, "Okay, are you gonna talk?" He goes, "No, it's you."
Well, you know, you like surprises.
Yeah, that was great.
I was actually waiting for you to deny that you like surprises. That did not work out. And that is how we are starting.
This is live.
Yeah, this is the real deal, basically. Yeah. It doesn't get more real than this.
No.
Anyways, good evening to everyone here in our live travel talk show.
Yes.
Yeah, like Kimberly said, we will be discussing that MSC cruise we came back from.
Great.
That is going to happen. That much we got across.
Yeah.
At least we hope we did.
And other travel kind of stuff.
Travel kind of. You know what? I should name a live stream like that. And I go, hello,
kind of stuff.
Welcome to the travel kind of stuff show.
Yeah.
Just like that. And then also title it like that in like, the, in the...
I would click on it.
In the YouTube studio.
Would you click on it?
I'm telling you. Anyways, let's have a look here. Who's in the house here with us? Max Funtime. First one in as far as I can see. Sometimes I know that comments are not visible to us. They were already taken away by the YouTube gods for some reason. That tends to happen in particular if the comments are made really early on, way ahead of our actual live stream. But anyways, welcome in, Mac. If Paul is with you, please do tell him hi from us. Hey, our friends from North Kakalaki. Life is good today. Ronnie and Alma, what's going on, guys? Yeah, it has been way too long since we hang out with the Stokes, that's for sure. But good to see you in here. Then Jamie from Jamie Amtrak Travel in the house too, but briefly. He says, hi, Neil and Kim. Hope all is well. I am at work, so I won't be able to watch the live, but want to say hi. I'll be heading off to Jamaica 1 week from today. Getting super excited to celebrate my birthday there. And of course, you should be super excited.
We love Jamaica.
Yes, and we will be talking about Jamaica here shortly as well, as that was one of the destinations we hit with our MSC cruise on the seashore. First moderator in the house is our Dewey.
Hey,
Good
Dewey.
evening, one and all. You know what? I'm starting to wonder. Lately, have we seen Dewey more often in person and traveling with us than we have on a live stream at this point?
Yeah, because we're only doing one a month, and we see Dewey a lot.
I know. How times have changed, right? Anyways, let's get that clip out for Dewey. There it is. Welcome back, Dewey from Dewey's Destinations, here in our live travel talk show. Glad to have you on board here this time instead of in person. That's a strange change for some reason. Let's see here. What else do we have here? Dewey anticipating showtime. Yes, that is happening right now. Max Funtime also very excited for the show. Dan Zolch in the house. Hi, everybody. Can't wait to hear about the cruise that you're going to hear. Welcome back, Dan. A regular here in our live travel talk show. Let's see. And yes, just in case you wondered, Kimberly, we can be heard loud and clear from what it seems like. Backbeat Rhythm in the house. Welcome back. Good another regular. Indeed. And here is another one of our moderators, Eric B. from Travel Adventures. Eric B., who very observantly notes it's to Travel and Tour TV. That is exactly right. And you know what, Eric? Now that you're here, let's get that Louisiana jazz out for
That's
you.
always a nice one.
From the state of Louisiana, it's Eric B joining us once again for our live travel talk show. Welcome back, my friend. Let's see. Dewey says here, I hope we are all live. No fun dead.
No, it is less fun.
There'll be no bueno.
It's
There'll
no
be no
bueno.
bueno. Hey, the crazy Spaniard is in the house. Oh my gosh, he says, back to the beginning.
The fireplace.
Hey,
Yes.
you know what? It has the globe right there in the middle, and it is a nice fireplace, so why not use it?
Yeah.
Why not use it? So anyways, welcome back, my friend. And it's been a while, but let's get that Spanish guitar out.
Oh, that's a
We
good
still
one
have
too.
it. Oh, yes. Welcome back, Rafael from Viso's Travel from the state of Oklahoma tuning in. Then going down the comments, I see a lot of meetings and greetings. That is right, guys. If you do see someone pop in, you know the drill. Welcome them, please, on our behalf and of your own behalf, because odds are you will get to the newcomers in here before we do.
Yes.
As you know, we go over a lot of them. And just in case you haven't done so yet, we would very much appreciate the thumbs up, as that would very much help our channel to be favored by the YouTube gods. So please do help us with that. Greg, Mr. Fried Rice, another regular here in the Live Travel Talk Show. Welcome back, welcome back. And Dewey says that he cannot wait to see the Woo Crew in a little over a week.
I know. I'm jealous. Now I want to go.
I know, right? I know. Yep. Might be some FOMO going on. Dewey then says, still looks funny to see me pointing from Florida instead of Illinois. Yeah, I know. Yep. But you know what? With this clip, Dewey, you'll probably get more and more used to it as time goes on. And as you will recall, we have been discussing how well you have gotten used to the Florida heat over there. Hey, from Georgia, we got Sir Gary of the Beaches, another one of our moderators here in our live travel talk show. Let's get that clip for Gary out. That was always a nice clip too. Here, this is some good music. German ancestry, living in the state of Georgia, and greeting in French. Welcome back, Gary. Let's see, more meetings and greetings. Then Backbeat Rhythm says, I took a hiatus from YouTube and joined TikTok. Oh, did you? Okay. Well, how did that work out for you? Did you enjoy TikTok, or did you start missing YouTube? I mean, I guess since you're back here with us now, I suppose you did start missing YouTube. Rafael loves his music. Hey, that was handpicked for you, my friend. Handpicked for you. And Gary's asking, can you please pick me up a liter of Pepsi/Coke and large bottle of rubbing alcohol from Publix before you go to the hotel? What?
I have no idea what's going on here.
Something is going on. I'm not exactly sure what. I'm not even sure if that was directed towards us.
I hope not, because, I mean, you're not getting the stuff.
Yeah, and I don't remember staying in a hotel tomorrow.
No, and I've never been to a Publix.
But here in the house, look,
Hi!
Larry and Nana from Plum Traveler. So that means we got Canada represented in the house. Welcome back.
And I was in Mexico.
These two go a long way back with us.
Always good to see them.
Absolutely. Welcome back, guys. More meetings, more greetings. Good deal. Let's see. Backbeat Rhythm, in response to my questions, is a little almost at 10K on TikTok.
Oh,
really?
that's wonderful.
So you have been faring well over there then. Nice. Well done. Gary then says, looks like there is another cruise with Maria, Robert, Dewey, and the Crabs that you're not going to make this year.
Oh, really?
Another one. Which one would that be? Because I know of one, I think it's on the Beyond, right? The Celebrity Beyond. I know we're missing out on that. But
he's not going on that one.
Well, must have been a different one then. Anyways, let's see here. Could it be that I am already caught up with everything? Yeah, it appears to be so. Good deal. That means that we can start talking about that cruise that we did. So, the way this worked was we did another one of those good old fashioned park and flies. Starting at the Sheraton Hotel near Pittsburgh Airport. That you're going to see in a vlog what that was like. We did manage to get that vlogged. It's only going to be one though, as opposed to the Marriott, which has two vlogs. Gary says that there is a good chance he is going on the Beyond.
Oh!
Ooh, well, I hope you're going to make it. Absolutely, with or without us. I hope you're going to make it. Larry and Anna says that they were watching our sail away on the seashore. You're watching our sail away on the seashore? Huh? Where from? Oh, on live webcam. Oh, okay. All right. Gotcha. I was wondering, like, where were you? Were you silently on the
I
ship?
think they would have said hello.
Exactly. That wouldn't have made sense to me whatsoever. But now I can place it, so that makes sense. Tell you what, that Beyond cruise seems to be getting bigger and bigger.
I know.
That's a bummer. That's a bummer that we would not be able to join that.
Well, if I could put those all into the one group, I might be able to.
Yeah, then you might be. Yeah, indeed. Okay, so anyways, back to our itinerary. So starting right at the Sheraton out there, just outside of Pittsburgh Airport. And again, guys, for the money that you pay in airport parking, you might as well save yourself all the hassle and stress of getting yourself to the airport on the day of your trip. And just stay at the hotel right there, have the shuttle take you, and when you come back, your car is going to be waiting for you. They will, with a little bit of luck, drive you right back to your car, and you can go back home. So let's see. Then we flew to Fort Lauderdale.
Mm-hmm.
That's where we were picked up by Dewey.
Yeah.
Stayed the night in Fort Lauderdale, and then it was embarkation day. Now, it said on our paperwork,
on everybody's paperwork,
2:00 embarkation time. Just one issue with that, and Kimberly already mentioned it. Apparently, that is what everybody got.
Mm-hmm.
So there was a line like you can't possibly imagine from the cruise terminal all the way to the outside.
And we were early.
To several areas further beyond.
And we were early.
Exactly. We were not even that late.
No, we were early because we were like, why is it 2:00? That's awfully late.
Yeah.
And
so that was not well organized.
But I will say this. By 2:00, the line wasn't that bad.
No, it did end up moving, much to me and your surprise, and I think everyone else's surprise. It was remarkable how fast we ended up getting on board. Yeah, and once you're on board, then of course it's time for a muster drill. Well, muster drill on MSC, I don't know if you're aware, but it's a little bit different from what you may be used to from other cruise lines. You start out by actually going to your room, and in your room you are supposed to be watching the safety video, which will come on a channel that they will announce over the intercom system. You watch the video, and at the end there will be another announcement that tells you, okay, you've seen the video, now dial the this and that number on the phone of your stateroom. What are you looking? You're not paying any attention to what's being said.
No. Reading the chat.
So how are you supposed to participate in the conversation then?
I'm reading the chat, and then that's so bad because I can't see real well because I don't have my glasses on.
Why didn't you
so
get your
I'm
glasses?
only seeing bits and pieces. And
oh, you know what? I'm going to keep it that way.
And
that way you cannot just
know.
Suddenly interrupt me.
No, it's I like the muster
it's a blessing.
Drill. And it doesn't look like Dewey. You didn't like the muster drill, Dewey? Why didn't you like the muster drill?
Well, it all is a matter of preference in the end, I suppose.
No, it was easy. All you did was watch it, and then all you did was
you called the number, and then
after
2 seconds you were told, okay, you can hang up because that is how they know that you called, that you watched it.
And then you just go out into your muster drill, and they just scan your card, and you're done. Yeah. I love it because I hate standing out there. Remember standing out there on the decks with
the blazing sun,
and
then you're waiting for
3 other people to the rules don't apply to
Oh
them.
yes, so of course there's
And we got to
always those.
stand, and we
Yep.
got to stand, and we got to. It's horrible. So I don't want them ever to go back to that. I like this way. This is nice. It's easy.
Yeah, I had no problem with this system either. So, and of course, as soon as the mustard drill is done, then it is off to the buffet, as is tradition, because that is the first thing you do when you get on a cruise ship.
Hmm.
I do believe that this time mustard drill came before buffet, though,
I don't know.
or was it after? I don't know.
I
Anyways,
don't
we
know.
did go to the buffet, check
We
that
ate
out.
food.
It did seem bigger than the MSC Meraviglia.
The
Did you
buffet,
agree? Yeah.
yes, definitely bigger. It was set up differently too. I will say, as you know, I'm not as much of a fan of buffet as Neil is. I much more prefer to sit in the dining room. And now,
You? No.
and I'm going to be honest, now the cruises are getting more and more full again. I really rather be in the dining room. That buffet was so busy, and it was just very busy. And I would rather just sit and be calm.
I will have
eat
to
my
admit
food.
that during the pandemic, we got a little bit spoiled with how quiet cruise ships and all-inclusive resorts
Mhm.
were for a while back there. It made for a very pleasant experience, but now things are more or less back to normal. And that means that the occupancy rate is substantially higher, and that was very notable on this cruise too. It was very, very busy. All right, before we continue, I'm going to have a look at the comments here because there's multiple coming in here. Rafael says, I will stay in Infinity, not beyond for me.
Okay.
Okay. Larry and Anna say, I just paid 120 Canadian dollars in IVR? YVR? YVR last week for 7 days. Well, I suppose that is not bad.
Okay.
I mean, I'm assuming it's a hotel. Was it a hotel? Let
don't
us know. I'm
know.
not sure what IVR means. Rafael says, my park and fly for our cruise in Dallas is $129. Not bad. No, that's a
That's
decent
good.
price. Yeah, so that is when Dewey said that he did not particularly care for the MSC Mustard Drill. Sounds crazy, says Larry. And then, yeah, about that line outside. That was crazy. But I tell you what, it really ended up moving. And I did not expect that. Dewey says that he does prefer going to the muster station when you first get on and not interrupt the afternoon, going back to the room, watch silly video. Yeah. Ideally, and me and Kimberly talked about this, we think it is best to get it out of the way as soon as you board the ship.
Yeah.
So basically, that once you get on board, you immediately have to go to your muster station, and then you're just off free to go. And that way, too,
Yeah.
you don't need to wait for everyone else to get their ducks in a row with the muster drill. But of course, who are we, Dewey says that system is better than standing in the crowd, but definitely not the most efficient way. Yeah,
I will go with that.
yeah, for sure. Larry and Tanana saying here, I liked here's how you wear a life jacket and scanning a card. That was easy. Yeah. Oh yes, for sure. PSV Odyssey on board. Well, hello.
Oh.
I do not recall seeing you in here before, so welcome. You'll notice that we go over a lot of comments in here. That's how we roll. We don't do one-way traffic and just rambling off one story after another until you suddenly fall asleep. But much rather we have an actual conversation going here. So, yeah, please let us know what kind of travel you're into, what you like.
Is that Paul?
Is it Paul? It might be. Maybe he changed his name.
Paul.
I think it might be Paul. Aha, there you go. All right. Well, then in that case, Paul, welcome back because obviously you're not a stranger to our channel. Hey, speaking of not a stranger to our channel, Garrett Le Chic, and they are on the Discovery Princess, just got back from a dog sled ride, headed to the dining room. That is fantastic.
Do you love it?
I tell you what, the dog sled ride is something I have wanted to do for quite some time. One day it is going to happen, and I'm going to leave it up to you gentlemen to tell me whether or not it is worth the effort. So did you enjoy that dog sled ride? Please do let us know. And of course, we also would like to hear from you. How are you enjoying the Discovery Princess? What do you like? What don't you like? Let us know.
Yeah.
Gary then says, how were the cleaning protocols going into the buffet? Okay. Excellent question.
They do have the hand washing stations.
Yep.
They do not have as many as the Meraviglia. I liked it better on the Meraviglia because I like the hand washing stations, and I like when they encourage you to use them. Now they weren't doing that as much now, and I would now when I was on Carnival, they weren't insisting on it either when I was on a Carnival ship. But before, they were really insisting on it on MSC, and I do prefer that. So I think it's a matter of preference and what you feel comfortable with.
Yes.
The sinks are there if you choose to wash your hands, but they are not enforcing it anymore.
And I would certainly wish that they did a better job keeping up refilling the soap, because I noticed that empty on more than one occasion. Mm-hmm. So, just, a few points of attention for MSC to consider. And I also would like to point out that they had like these screens hanging in front of the buffet.
So it was more hygienic that way too.
The only problem with the screens hanging, I mean, first of all, it's kind of tricky to get your food from right underneath there, because seriously, you only have maybe like a foot of space to get the food on your plate. And for vlogging, it's of course far from ideal, because usually I kind of try to hold the camera somewhat close to the food without touching it, of course. But with the screens hanging in front of it, all that's going to happen is like you're going to get a glare. It's not going to look nice. It's not going to make for a nice vlog. And that is why me and Kimberly decided to change that up. So
you get a whole new type of vlog.
You get a whole new type of vlog coming your way. Absolutely. So the buffets, rather than 3 separate videos, are now going to be all in one, but they're just going to be highlights.
Yes.
So no full vlog of what's all available, but we're singling out items of every kind of buffet. So breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And then we just give you highlights of what we recommend for you to get should you ever cruise on the MSC Seashore.
Yeah, and I'm going to put this out there because I know Gary is always interested. I didn't see it, but Dewey did see that they did have
kiwis.
We took pictures of the kiwis.
Gary's always interested in kiwis too, and they did have them, Gary.
He's also interested in eggs Benedict, and they were making that for you fresh on the buffet.
Well, I'm sure you got his attention now.
Yeah.
All right. Garrett Lashik having a good time so far. He said, excellent. Thanks so much. You're absolutely most welcome. Sure. We're glad to have you here on board with us tonight. And then Gary says, Marcia, yes.
Yeah, I know.
Were informed earlier today about that.
I tested just to be sure, and I'm good. And we don't have any symptoms. No. And Dewey tested today, and he's good too.
Yeah, so hopefully nobody else will end up with it, and hopefully Marcia will recover here very soon.
Yeah.
We are under the understanding that her symptoms aren't very heavy, so that is positive. And like I said, hopefully she will just beat this within no time. Eric then says, does anyone know if I can just add money to my onboard credit on the Carnival website? Maybe you know that?
you can I believe buy onboard credit. You should be able to do that. Yeah. But wait a minute. If it's closer than like a few days before, then no, because that has to be done. I don't know how close you can do it, but if you go on to your account, you should be able to. Or you know what? Or if you're going on the cruise, your credit card's going to be attached to your room anyways. So.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see here. Vancouver Airport. That is what wife here. Gotcha. And that is $120 for 7 days of parking.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, that is not good. Then I'm retreating my words that I earlier spoke, because I was under the impression it was a hotel of sorts. But yeah, if that is only 7 days at the airport of just parking,
that sucks.
Yeah, that is really not a good deal.
It sucks.
So yeah. Paul saying, nice to meet you all.
Yeah, nice to see you.
Right back at you. That's funny. Gary didn't realize either. Oh, it's Paul. Yes, it is Paul indeed. Hey, look, Darian is in the house from magnificent Germany with Darian. Howdy, everyone. I'm unable to tag at the moment. Not a problem at all, Darian. All that matters is that you're here with us now. You chose to spend some time with us, and we're happy about that. So thanks so much for joining us tonight. Marcia in the house. Hello. Speaking of the devil. Hopefully, you are not feeling too bad at this point, Marcia. And she does agree with Dewey regarding the mustard drill. Yeah, it is a bit of a hassle, but there's pros and there's cons to it. It's that simple in the end. Okay, then scrolling down a little bit, Rafael says Amy showed the dog sled ride, looked amazing. Okay, yeah, like I said, it has been something I have meant to do for quite some time, and I'm figuring either in Alaska someday or in somewhere in Scandinavia. But it is on my list, absolutely. Then moving ahead. Backbeat Rhythm was on an actual dog sled, really. So how did you like that? Did you enjoy that? Gary says, Neil, strap your dog to a sled and yell Mushachi.
I don't think so.
Yeah, Eddie would probably shy away the moment I yelled, even a little bit. So
Yeah, I don't know. He's being weird. Eddie, what are you doing, honey?
yeah,
what are you doing?
he wants attention. Can't you tell?
What are you doing?
He always wants attention, particularly if we're doing a live stream, because then he doesn't get that attention. You know how Eddie is.
Well, he's very glad we're home.
Oh, I know, he sure is. Meg then says Carnival didn't even normally have hand sanitizer. On my last cruise, it was frustrating.
Oh,
really?
my gosh.
No hand sanitizer whatsoever? That sounds just
Not
obnoxious. Dewey then, and there was no shower gel in the showers. Had to ask for a bar soap and no wash racks unless you requested them. Didn't you have to request some linen at some point? I vaguely remember something about that.
I had shower gel. Are you talking on the MSC? I had plenty of shower gel, and they gave me, and I had face towels.
Yeah, that was not an issue for us, but I do remember you ended up asking. Oh wait, it was hangers.
Yeah, I asked for more hangers, but
Yeah.
I had face towels the whole time.
Yeah, we only had like 3 hangers in the one
Yeah.
closet. So
And then the next morning they were there.
oh yeah, no problem. They were right there. Hey, look over here. Yet another moderator in the house. Doug and Cindy.
Hello.
Welcome in, guys. What's going on? Let's get that clip out for you. We still have it, of course. So let's see. Somewhere. Yeah, letter S. There it is. Further north from where Dewey lives in Florida, near the Orlando area, if I recall correctly. No, what was it? Tampa. It was more Tampa. I thought it was like somewhere between Orlando and Tampa. But it's the Spikers tuning in from Spikers Crazy Adventures. Welcome back, guys. Glad to have you on board tonight. Magnan comments, I don't think Eddie is that kind of dog. No, he isn't. Mush, mush. Dewey then, my steward told me they were all out.
I had plenty.
Yeah, you should have come over and asked us to bum some, Dewey. We would have given you some.
And I brought some with me too. So
looks like the Tivolis experienced the same thing. Actually, no, they did have shower gel. That's good. But nevertheless, you also packed a bar of soap, shampoo, and conditioner. You know what? It's always good to have because, those supply chain issues still have not been resolved entirely. So when you are on a cruise, there's always that risk that you have.
Yeah, they're not going to have.
Exactly. Then Gary says that Eddie is a full-blooded sled. Yeah, okay. I'm sure.
Very tiny sled.
Yeah, for mice perhaps?
He's afraid of the mice.
Oh, okay. So that wouldn't work either.
No.
Well, I guess Eddie is just altogether not that type of dog. All right. So anyways, where were we? We've done the embarkation, and then it seemed like we departed like right afterwards.
Yes, it was like, boom.
To be honest with you, I am convinced that there were still some people by that point who had not finished the master drill yet.
I think so too.
Obviously, they're not going to make that publicly known, but the speed at which that all followed up these events in succession, that just seemed remarkably fast to me. All right. So about the cruise ship itself, the MSC Seashore that we were on. Beautiful ship.
Yes.
Not our favorite of all the MSC ships we have sailed with at this point. As you may know, we have also been on the Divina and on the Meraviglia. In Kimberly's case, she has been on both ships more than once.
Yes. This is my 5th MSC cruise.
Yeah. But beautiful ship, nevertheless. Just, it's the difference between beautiful and even more beautiful. And we feel that both the Divina and the Meraviglia are a step up from the Seashore when it comes to that.
Okay. Now, the Divina, as far as beauty goes, probably isn't. It's just that there's something about the Divina that Neil and I just love.
It's yeah. How can I put it?
Yeah, it's like our ship.
It's the Divina. What
Yeah.
else? Yeah, it's kind of difficult to describe.
Yeah, we just love it. And so that makes it a little different. We're like biased. It's like our, like our favorite child. I mean, we just love that one. But I mean, if you said to me, you're going to go on the seashore next week, I would go, okay, you're not punishing me. It's a great ship.
No, oh yeah,
Beautiful.
I definitely go on the seashore again.
Yeah.
Although, even though I am not exactly thrilled with the layout, the layout is far from practical. And I mean, usually when you get on a ship that you haven't sailed with, of course, it takes a little bit to get used to, know your way around. But this just didn't seem to have any rhyme or reason. It seems like a lot of things were just kind of random. And on some ships, you can walk from both the starboard and port side, like all the way across, basically. Well, not on the seashore. You would face sudden roadblocks, so to say, because it might be an area that wasn't accessible to the general public.
Yeah, it was just like the layouts. A lot of times you went one way and you'd be like, oh, I can't go here.
What didn't help with that was the lack of signage. They did have right at the elevators, at every elevator, like a little map where you could, see what was where on that particular floor. But as soon as you walked away from the elevators,
that was the end of it.
That was the end of that. And you better remember where to go and what you saw, because otherwise you're going to get lost, between parentheses, again. So yeah, not easy to navigate ship. And we didn't really like that about it.
But with that being said, it gave you the opportunity to discover beautiful new areas of the ship.
And that it does have. It has several notable areas. There is like this little tunnel they have, remember?
For pictures and things.
Yeah, for pictures.
And then but you know what? I like that red lounge in the back. That was
the Cabaret Rouge?
Yes.
Yeah, that was a beautiful lounge. Absolutely.
Oh, it is just gorgeous. And what a wonderful place to spend time.
Absolutely. Yep. All right. Before we continue discussing the MSC Seashore, I'm going to go over a few comments that are coming in here. Gary says, okay, so from what I'm hearing is that the Seashore is off the list. Well, don't remove it entirely, Gary. It is not that it is a terrible ship. It's just that there are some things about it we didn't particularly care for, but there are plenty of others that we did like. And we will be discussing those a little bit at further length here soon. Marcia says that they continued calling for muster when we were underway.
Yeah.
I'm not surprised about that. I mean, things like that are kind of typical MSC. It's like, okay, it's almost done. It's not all the way. Hey, it's all good. It's all good. Larry then says, Kim, keep me in mind. The special deals gone up. I'm surprised I missed it. Dewey then, I saw a video on the Divina and now I want to try that one as well, and that you wouldn't regret. Yes,
you should.
Although I do believe at this point the Divina is sailing around in Europe, is it not?
No, it's still here now.
Oh, it's
leaving. It's going to go to Europe.
Where is it sailing out from these days? Isn't it Port Canaveral now?
Maybe.
Okay,
I'd have to look. I think so.
Of course, well, Divina is the Divina. Yeah, exactly. Marcia then says that the elevators are cool. Did not care for that either. So, yet another aspect of the MSC Seashore to point out to you. The elevators, usually you push a button and you wait for an elevator to come. This time on the MSC Seashore, however, you are supposed to push the floor you want to go to, and then you will be assigned an elevator that takes you to that floor. It just did not seem to work out. A lot of the times the elevators were full regardless.
I'm going to say the system was better on the Horizon has a similar system, and it worked better because you would put in, like if there were 4 of you, you would put in that there were 4 of you, and then when it opened, there'd be room for 4 people.
I did not have the impression that it was counting.
No, and I don't think the MSC one is counting either, and I don't like it as well.
Well, I was talking about the MSC Seashore.
I know, but I was talking about the Horizon as well.
All right.
I was comparing the two because they have similar systems.
Yeah. But yeah, nevertheless, it is not my kind of system. I prefer normal elevator. And I also noted that the waiting time seemed to be a bit on the long side.
Yeah, because they were.
And particularly with disembarkation, that became abundantly clear. There was just no
Yeah.
elevator to get. It just
No, we
wasn't.
just went down steps with all the luggage.
All right. Anyways, let's see. Derry having a good laugh here. Gary says that the Divina is at Port Canaveral at this
Yeah.
time. Okay,
Which
so we
is-
were correct
Which
about
I
that.
am very happy because I cannot see very well, and I read that the Divina was controversial.
Yeah, no, it says Canaveral. It's not controversial.
It's not.
Troy then in the house. Troy Stansel, good evening to you, my friend. How goes it, Lido Freaks? Good to see you, T3. Right back at you. Glad to have you on board again. How have you been? Yeah, you may have seen at this point that we got back from our cruise on the MSC Seashore, which we're discussing right now. And while we're at it, we're kind of comparing it to what we experienced on other MSC ships, like the Meraviglia, like the Divina. Gary also noted that the elevator system on the Seashore is like the Horizon.
It's different, Gary. It's a little different. The one on the Horizon works better.
Yeah, you keep saying that. I haven't been on the Horizon, so I won't be able to have a solid judgment on that.
Like everybody we know is going to be there like next week and the week after.
Yeah, but we just couldn't go, so it just didn't work out that way.
Didn't work out.
Larry then is asking if we use shipmates. No, we do not, Larry. We do not. Meg is complimenting you on your hair.
Thank you.
Meg, did you see how long it's getting? I mean, it's like all the way up here
I know,
now.
it's getting long.
You know what? There was a time you actually had extensions to get it that long, and now you don't even need extensions. It's
Nope.
amazing. It really looks nice on you.
Thank you.
Greg then says, how full was the ship?
Full.
It was full. It was very full. They must have been close to capacity, if not all the way at capacity.
I would say close.
Yeah. And what I very much enjoyed was they announced at some point, and this is something I really like about MSC, is the whole international outlook it has. So at some point they announced they had no less than 70 different nationalities on board.
Yes.
Can you imagine that? 70, 7-0, not 17, 7-0. Well,
and they had what, 700 people that spoke Portuguese?
Yes, there was like a huge portion of the passengers spoke Portuguese. I heard Italian though.
Oh yeah.
I heard German. I heard French. There was obviously Spanish. There was English as well.
And
I mean,
he
don't
was
worry.
not the only Dutchman. I heard Dutch as well too.
No, that's correct. I did hear Dutch as well. Absolutely. So, but that's one of the things we like about MSC, that it is truly like, you know, you're going to travel, you're going to get to deal with other nationalities and all these different countries. And it came back in the food too. Now, mind you, that doesn't mean that there is nothing to be had for the traveler who is comfortable with more American style cruises. There was one evening, there was like American night at the buffet.
Yeah.
There was all these things with like barbecue and whatnot, and wings and chicken
you know
and
what? They
burgers
had-
and
Okay.
all that stuff.
I don't know when this happened, but there were MSC got shrimp and grits. I don't know who whispered in somebody's ear, but it's good.
Another thing I gotta give kudos to MSC for, the one night I found, believe it or not, sweet potato casserole with marshmallow covering.
Oh, we were just talking about that because Neil had
Delicious.
not really known sweet potatoes before we got together. And I kind of introduced him to sweet potatoes, which also ended up, he got introduced to sweet potato casserole.
Yes.
That has pecans in it and marshmallows on the top. And
I'm getting hungry just talking about it.
yeah, and it's good. So, and we were just talking about it. And then on the buffet, there it is. And we were laughing.
Yeah.
But they had some, I would say, some really good things. And in the mornings, their sausage gravy wasn't bad either. I actually had their sausage gravy and biscuits, and it wasn't bad.
Good.
It's better than I've seen on a lot of cruise ships.
Yeah. So yeah, it isn't that there is absolutely nothing out there as far as, you know, American food or whatever is concerned. It's just not your quintessential burger and fries cruise. MSC is not that. If that's what you're looking for, stay away from MSC.
They do have it. You can
It's
get
there.
a burger and fries. You can get it.
But why would you limit yourself to that
Yeah.
with all that other
There's
food
so
out there?
much.
And of course, not to mention
Pizza.
fresh made pizza.
And it's good.
Mind you, MSC is originally an Italian cruise line. So you are going to encounter fresh fresh made pizza right there, and that is one of the staples at their buffet. And that's yeah, we like that about
We
it.
do.
Main dining room,
Was great.
we were there.
Was
Yeah,
great.
I don't recall any issues with that.
Now we did something different this time. We did specialty dining on MSC, which we've never done
Yes.
before.
No.
Because I really like the main dining room.
Yeah.
And I
you're a
really
big fan
like
of that.
I do, and even their buffets are always very good. So I've never really done the specialty dining. Now, I did like everything we had, but I don't feel it's a great value necessarily, because now we did okay because we bought the three of them together. We got the trilogy, and if you are going to do specialty dining, definitely do the trilogy, because if not, it's going to cost you a lot more. They're charging like $60 for their steakhouse, and was it good? Yes.
Oh, steakhouse was good. Out of the restaurants, I'd say 2 out of 3 really did please me.
But I'm going to say this. Okay, at $60, when you're looking at a price point of like $39 or $40 to go to Nick and Nora's.
Yeah, that is something to think about.
And I thought, to be perfectly honest, Nick and Nora's was better, to be honest.
But
it wasn't
again,
bad.
Yeah, not bad. It's just
was good.
Difference between good and even better.
Right. But I think that for the price point, it should have been more.
Yeah.
But I mean, if you get all three, then it's okay. Then you're paying a decent amount, and you're like, okay, that's okay, that's fair.
But the Mexican specialties restaurant and the steakhouse, those I very much enjoyed.
The seafood
it was limited.
It's
very limited.
And when I'm paying for specialty, I would like some lobster or crab, and neither one is on the menu, unless you want to pay extra for it.
Yeah.
And I'm already paying extra at the specialty restaurant. And we're not talking like $10 extra. We're talking like $30 extra.
Yeah.
No, I'm not paying that.
You know, here's one thing that I will say about a small thing, but it matters to me in the main dining room.
Okay.
Warm, fresh, served bread.
Yes, bread is...
You know how they bring you little things to bite before you get your appetizer, like little basket of bread it is usually. Well, on MSC, that bread is typically served warm, and I really, really like that.
Yeah, it's nice. It really is.
All right, back to the comment then. Let's have a look. Oh, there was a lot of comments coming in.
Was there?
Yeah, so I better go and catch up.
We can't be back up that far.
Let's see. Yeah, we answered the correct question here. Meg then says that also knows that your hair is getting very long. She loves it. Dewey then said that you definitely did not hear a lot of English immediately. That is correct. That is correct. Even though all of your menus and everything is all available in English. So no problems there. Meg loves hearing different languages around her. Well, then you would have a blast on MSC, because the announcements, they were made in Portuguese and in Spanish and English. What else did we hear? I think French as well. I've heard that. Yeah. Greg then says, that sucks. I enjoyed the less capacity sailing on cruises. So did I, Greg. Absolutely. It does make a difference. So yeah, it's kind of strange to say it, but when it comes to the pandemic, that's one thing we will be missing. Dewey then, other languages sounds so romantic, and there was a lot of good sightseeing on board.
There
was. Larry then says, I just came back from USA last week. I heard 70 different accents. That's great. Eric says that he loves shrimp and grits, but he loves shrimp and almost anything.
Isn't that the truth? It's so good.
Shrimp is definitely a good thing. Yeah,
I
agree.
Coconut shrimp too.
Coconut shrimp is delicious, and particularly the way you make it. Oh,
I do like a coconut shrimp.
Yeah, with like an orange. What do you use? Like an orange glaze that you use marmalade for that or something. I don't know what witchcraft goes into that, but it's absolutely delicious. Troy then, the best place on earth for sweet potato casserole is in southeastern Georgia in the Savannah area.
I can believe it.
I have to bear that in mind for sure. Larry having a good laugh in here. Gary inquiring if there was fresh mozzarella and tomatoes.
Yeah.
Kimberly just answered that one, but if you're asking if there was a mozzarella station like they had on the Meraviglia, no, I did not see that.
But they did have fresh mozzarella. It was being served.
Yeah. That is the question we just went over. So yeah, once again, it was $60 for the 3. So you
No,
get
it wasn't.
what? No,
It was $60 for one,
no, but we got the package deal.
and we paid like 105 a person.
Okay, so 105 a person
for three.
for 3 different restaurants.
Right.
So that's the deal we got. Max says, "Oh, Nick and Norris, I missed that place." Oh, I'm rightfully so, Mac. I mean, that really, I would have to say, yeah, that was so far the best steakhouse we have been at. Larry says $60 for steakhouse sounds expensive. It is. I agree. Eric says that he wants king crab.
Yeah. Okay, I would taking snow crab. I was fine with that.
You and Kimberly can have a conversation about that. Kimberly's all about like lobster, crab, all that stuff. Troy says, yes, I was at a host family for Thanksgiving in 87. Sweeties, that is when I got hooked on sweet potato casserole. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, like I said, hey, before I ever made it to the US really and started living here, I never was introduced to sweet potatoes either. So that was definitely a blessing. I'll say that. Gary says, you're killing MSC for me.
No, look at it this way. You don't have to do specialty dining. Their main dining room is so fantastic. You don't even have to.
The buffet is fantastic.
And the buffet is fantastic.
I really thoroughly enjoyed the buffet food.
And they have great pasta, great bread.
Oh, yes. Oh, yeah. Don't you worry.
And like I said, on the buffet, they had your Eggs Benedict.
Here's the thing, though, Gary. We are not going to hype something up just to hype it up. We want to give you the good and the bad. And then you can make up your mind if it is still worth it or not. We feel that should be up to you to decide.
But I would definitely, we will be definitely going on more MSC cruises. We love it.
Oh, yes. If you're asking our opinion, we feel the Seashore was still very much worth the effort.
Oh, heavens, yes.
And we will definitely be sailing with MSC again.
Oh, my gosh, yes.
Hands down. Do we agree with that? You say MSC does have good breads. Yes, they're all baked fresh out there. That's why. Darian agreeing with Eric out there. Oh, this is turning into a lot of food talk already. Let's see. Some meetings, greetings. Quick reminder for everyone who just joined us. If you haven't done so yet, please do hit those thumbs up for us. We would very much appreciate if you could help us that way. Let's see what else. Low Country Boil, says Troy. I'm assuming that refers to the shrimp. And then Larry is inquiring what our next cruises are. Well, actually, we only got one planned at this time, and that will be on the brand new Norwegian Prima that will be doing an inaugural cruise, as a matter of fact.
It's one of their inaugural.
One of the inaugural cruises in Galveston. So that's going to be taking place end of next month, so end of October. We will be headed down to Texas then.
Very excited.
And then we'll be, that's a state neither me or Kimberly has ever been to. So we got to add another state visited to our list of states. And we're obviously excited about that. And then we'll fly from Pittsburgh to Houston. And then in Houston, we get transportation to the cruise port in Galveston. And from there, we will board the Norwegian Prima. So I'm very curious to see what that ship is like. And, of course, how it compares to the MSC Seashore. Meg had to get a snack. Oh, yeah, I bet. With all the food talk going on in here. Dewey cheering for the 17 thumbs up out of the 14, 15 watching. Good job. Yes, that is awesome. Thank you very much.
It's always great.
It sure is. And Gary says, the Prima, cool. Yep. Yeah, like I said, we're very excited. Brand new state to add to our list. Brand new ship to add to our list. So, yeah, that's going to be a short but interesting trip. It's only 4 days?
Yeah.
It's going to Progreso, Mexico. So we do get to see another place in Mexico. But it's an area of Mexico we haven't set foot at. Mm-hmm. So there's a lot of firsts for that cruise. Rafael also seems to like the sound of that. All right. Good. Back to our cruise with the MSC Seashore then. So we went over the dining room. We went over the buffet. We liked the stateroom. It was surprisingly spacious. I'll say that. And the balcony we had, even the balcony spacious. You actually had some room to stretch out your legs. Just a very, very decent room. Plenty of storage space. The bathroom was the shower stall was a bit on the small side, but hey, what shower stall is not on the small side? There's far and few in between out there. Well, then destinations. I think we should talk a little bit more about destinations.
I want to talk a little more about the shower.
Okay, what about the shower?
Okay. Now, it was really small. Beware. Because it's like I tried to like wash my foot off and I almost gave myself a concussion. It's really small. And but it does have a door. So if you don't so that's good because at least you're not being attacked by, an angry shower curtain. But it is really small. But it does have the thing in there that you can put to shave your legs, to put your foot up on.
I didn't
He
even
didn't know what that
know
was.
what it was for.
He's
I've
like,
never seen it in any
he's
ship
like,
before.
he's like, there'd be more room if this thing wasn't here. And I'm like, hey!
Yeah, like I would know. All right. Some more comments coming in. Gary's asking, what about the Valiant Lady in February? That is not going to happen from the way it's looking like now, Gary. Max, what is Max saying there? Maybe you can make that. Oh, okay,
Mexico!
you can make that out. Okay, that's good. Dewey is familiar with Progresso and points out that the beach is nice. He says you can walk out, seems like half a mile
Oh,
before the water
cool.
gets deep. That's awesome. No doubt we're going to like that. Larry then says, I watched the special live feed for the Prima christening. Oh,
Christening,
did
yeah.
you? Okay, good deal. Dewey says, I had to step out of the shower to turn around half the time. Yeah. For the bigger folks among us, yes, you will have a hard time trying to turn around in that shower. That's for sure.
Or you'll get a concussion.
Yeah. Gotta watch. You gotta watch. Meg says that she hates when angry shower curtains attack me. Yeah,
Yes!
I'm with you. I want a door. It's even if it is like some kind of compressed plastic or whatever, something, but no curtain. Absolutely no curtain. Eric says, I need this thing to shave my legs. That's funny. You know what just dawned on me? We didn't even discuss one of the best features of the MSC Seashore. The shows.
Oh my god.
Those
we
were
enjoyed them
incredible,
so much.
guys. Those were
Oh my
absolutely
gosh.
incredible. Very much enjoyed
They
it.
were fantastic. Absolutely enthralling.
Yeah, I very much enjoyed the whole mix of things. So it's not exclusively like dancing, but there are acrobatics involved, there's music involved, special light effects and all that. I like the whole total picture that it gives you in the theater.
Oh yeah.
And mind you, every single night there is a show. And they do it
Yes.
twice. You can choose. There was the 7 o'clock one
Mhm.
in the evening and the 9 o'clock in the evening. So if you had dinner earlier, you could go to the early show. Whereas if you had dinner a little later, you could still catch the show after dinner.
Yeah.
So I like the way they planned that. That was good. What is Troy saying here? I could use a thing to help mow on my carrots.
Okay.
Too much information. Rafael says, how did you manage an inaugural cruise? Nothing on the site.
I was invited.
Yes, because of you being a travel agent, you somehow managed to get invited.
I was invited. Yeah.
Dewey then says the afternoon operetta and the Italian night show were so mostly. Oh, I love Italian night on the MSC Seashore. Absolutely. And on MSC in general. I mean, with all those performances. And mind you, the way they do opera, it would give you a whole new appreciation for it if you don't like it.
Mhm.
If you don't like it already. The reason being, it is a whole performance, and it is not only that. It is again a whole. It's the total picture of
But
it
he
all.
went to see the just.
Oh, he went to the
It's
operetta.
yeah, in the afternoon.
Yeah. Well, that would be exclusively that, and even that I wouldn't mind on occasion.
No, we wanted to go actually, but it was something like with our excursion time or when we got on back on the ship, we didn't make it.
Yeah. That happens sometimes if your excursion time runs that way.
There was something that, yeah.
But yeah, Italian night and then playing them Andrea Bocelli songs and all that. I love that. I'm all about that. That's absolutely fantastic. Marcia says that they improved as the week went on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The first show was like, it was good. It was good. I think the costuming was a little weird, but it was good. And then every day they like got better. I think the first show is the one they probably had practiced the least. And then as the week went on, she's right. They got better and better.
Yeah. Well, I like the shows. And I will say that was a big difference with the Discovery Princess. I was kind of disappointed in that on a Discovery Princess there was hardly any shows ever.
Yeah, they weren't.
It was like maybe 2, 3.
Yeah, because or they were like just singing shows or whatever, and we thought, okay, but I think we got kind of used to the variety that you get with MSC.
Yeah, perhaps
and we like
that's
it.
what it is. Yeah,
I will say,
wide variety of themes too.
but I want to say this too. When I was on the Norwegian, the last Norwegian that I was on, the shows were incredible.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You know what? Come to think of it, when you and I went together on the Norwegian Jade,
Yeah.
I do remember there being some really good shows on there.
What was I on the Joy?
You were both on the Joy and on the Jade.
Yes.
The
I'm
Jade
talking
was
the
with
Joy.
me. The Joy was
Megan.
was with Megan.
Yeah, but those shows on the Joy were great.
Yeah.
So I'm a fan, definite fan. And then you know what too is we were on the Royal Caribbean and we were with Gary and we got to go to the ice show.
Oh,
and
I was
we
all about
that too.
All about that. Yeah, absolutely. I love me a good ice skating show. Let's see what else is going on in the chat. Marcia here says the afternoon opera and Italian night were remarkable. See, yeah, I told you it would give you a whole new appreciation of opera. Max says sounds like a very romantic cruise.
It could certainly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what? I'll be honest, Mac. I never thought of it that way. But now that you mention it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, for sure. MSC seems to be a romantic. Yeah. It's very well could be. Yeah. I would agree with that. I never thought of that.
But yeah.
But it is.
You know what, too, is one of the things I want to do and one of the things I am looking at is Neil and I have our 10th anniversary coming up.
That is next year. Yep.
Yeah. And we're looking at, because that's going to be, if we celebrate the day that we had our wedding, that's going to be in December. Yeah.
Yep.
So
yeah, we're trying to kind of think now, but we'll discuss that later on because we're not done with our cruise yet.
No, but I was going to say I had a point.
What was your point?
I had a point. As much as I love sailing with the MSC, and it gives you that feeling of traveling abroad, which gives you that kind of romantic feeling. I can really see that. But I was actually looking at possibly doing Mediterranean on MSC on an Italian cruise line and going to Italy. So I'm kind of curious what that would be like.
I think it would be epic. But yeah, like I said, that is something for us to consider. Meg is pointing out that Matt and Kimbra were there on there too. Yes, we briefly met them actually in the theater. So we did get to see them. Raphael says, do they let you operate the ship? You know what? I never thought you could mix cruise jokes with dad jokes, but you've succeeded, Raphael. You've absolutely succeeded. Meg having a good laugh over that. Congrats on our anniversary. Thank you. It's not quite there yet, but we're definitely getting there.
Yeah, we're working on it.
For Larry and Nana, their 10 year will be a year following our 10 year.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay. So back to the shows overall. Just,
fantastic.
Yeah, you can't go really wrong. Okay, then I will point out one thing that might be a bit odd because it's typically not something I zoom in on, but the stuff they had on board for kids.
Yeah.
With that water park that they had done in like the form of a pirate ship.
Like...
I had to remind myself that I'm not 5 years old.
I know.
And so did you. Because that looked absolutely freaking amazing. If we were 5, you would not have been able to drag us away from there. It was epic. It was absolutely great. So it's very much a cruise ship you could go on with families.
Gosh, yes,
absolutely.
Definitely.
So Raphael's doubling down on that. So there's 20 years next month on our cruise. Wow, that's a big one. That's
congratulations.
For sure a big one. Eric is asking, are you still doing any of the tours?
Well, you know what? At the moment, we don't have any scheduled. And you know what? I'll be honest with you. I'm really enjoying when we do group trips with our fellow travelers and things like that.
That is our preferred method of travel
right now. Yeah. And we're kind of focusing in on that a little bit. I'd like to get I'd like to have everybody give some suggestions on a possible group trip that I could put together for everybody.
Yeah, maybe next year at some
Yeah.
point.
Yeah, let me know what you're interested in, and we can
And yes,
put
Gary,
something way out
I
there.
know if it is up to you, we go on that Scarlet Lady or whatever it is
Valiant
cruise, or
Lady, yeah.
Valiant Lady, something lady, but I don't see
I
that
want to
happening.
go.
I do not
I
see that
want to go.
happening. Meg is going a pirate ship. I would want to play.
Yeah.
Exactly. So we're not the only ones. Larry's saying, I'll be there to celebrate with you, Ravel. There you go. Ravel goes, what? Arr! Dewey then, and there were a lot of children aboard, but overall they were not too. No,
they weren't.
No, there were definitely a nice size group of kids on board, but yeah, the overall wasn't too bad, and that's me saying that. Eric says New Orleans. Yeah, doesn't seem to be happening so far as the tours are concerned. But hey, maybe, I don't know. Are the cruises going from New Orleans?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Why don't we do that?
Darian is immediately suggesting let's do a Viking cruise in Germany. Well, you know what? I mean, it's something we haven't done yet. Gary says, I can do almost anything now as the cardiologist has canceled my surgery. Oh.
I did not know that.
I don't know if I should see that as good or bad news, Gary. Hopefully we can see it as good news. Raphael then says, yeah, Vloggers Cruise, New Orleans, January 29.
Oh.
Okay, so that is another suggestion we can consider.
Or is that something that's already going on? That's probably what's already going on.
Well, I'm figuring.
Yeah.
Yeah, that will probably come too soon for us, though.
Okay.
Because we're going to be headed over to the Netherlands for like Christmas, New Year's. That is another trip that's coming up, even though that's not a cruise, but that will be coming up.
But that's like family.
But hey, I'm glad that we're getting all these suggestions in. That gives us ideas for sure. Larry then says, Eric, there's a Western Caribbean out of New Orleans. There you go. There's one. Troy is suggesting let's do a transatlantic cruise to Rotterdam. Oh, okay. Second city of the Netherlands, huh? Yeah. And also the biggest port city in the Netherlands, and one of the biggest indeed of Europe altogether, which is funny because the Netherlands is only a small country, but Netherlands does have one of the biggest ports in Europe, that's for sure. Max says that she did her cruise from New Orleans, such a relaxing sail away. Ooh. Really? What made that relaxing? I sense that there is something about it that made it relaxing, Max. So what was that? Dewey says over 600 people on the Vloggers Cruise, too crowded for me. I cancelled. Yeah, that is a lot. That for sure is a lot. Rafael says that's what's going on. Like so many vloggers, people will feel like paparazzi. Yeah, exactly. Yep, that is no doubt what's going to happen. All right. So let's talk a little bit about the destinations and the excursions we did, because there were several, starting with Jamaica.
Yeah. Okay, I love Jamaica. Jamaica's
so
always great.
Oh.
And we did something a little different, which surprised me. Okay. Because, sometimes Neil and I will split up on some of the things we're going to do because we have different interests a lot of the time. And I was all ready to do this cooking excursion, and it's Flavors of Jamaica, and we got to go and cook and learn how to make the Jamaican jerk chicken and the festivals and all of that. And I'm like, so I'm figuring, okay, I'm going to do this excursion. And so me and Dewey were going to do this excursion because, of course, I'm going to do this excursion with Dewey. We were going to see if Marcia wanted to go. And then Neil's like reading the excursions and looking at different things. He goes, I think I'm going to do this Flavors in Jamaica. Like, what?
Yeah, she was very surprised to hear that.
What?
The truth of the matter is, I was very much interested in eating what they were going to cook up. And I largely succeeded in that.
Oh, yes, because you know what? I had to prepare his because he was holding the camera.
Someone's got to do it.
And you don't want to get raw chicken on the GoPro.
No, exactly.
That would be bad.
So I had a perfectly legit excuse.
Yeah.
Not even made up. Legit excuse.
But I think you'll like the vlog.
Oh, it's going to be an amazing vlog. And
yeah.
We went in a little trolley with that guy that was a goofball, like a real goofball. It was hilarious. He was absolutely hilarious. So mind you, it was like a little trolley that took you through the jungle, basically, to this big colonial mansion. and that is where you then ended up cooking all that deliciousness. But on our way, this guy, one of the things he would do, one point he stopped the trolley, and it was pulled by this old tractor, which was probably like 50 years old, which seemed to be the same age as the trolley itself was. And he starts talking and pointing some things out, and then all of a sudden, the tractor was still moving. He goes,
Yeah.
"Oh, don't worry, it knows its
It
way."
knows where it's going. Okay.
It was hilarious.
Yeah, we had so much fun.
And we got to feed tropical little
We
birdies.
got to see tropic. I'm not going in there.
There was like some sort of an aviary we stopped at,
No.
and you just went inside, and there was bird seed available, whatever it was, or sunflower seed, something that birds eat. And you just grabbed yourself a handful, and the birds would literally just come flying onto your hand and eating from your hand. I really enjoyed that. That was fun. And then cooking up all that deliciousness. So what did it consist of?
What?
The jerk chicken. It was like a meal that was composed of all kinds of things, but
There was,
there was obviously the chicken, which was it the charcoal grill? It was a grill.
it was gross.
I think it might have been, it was a charcoal grill. I remember the smoke coming from
Yeah, it was very
underneath. So
nice. It was
charcoal
good.
grill, all fresh. Then they had some rice mix or something.
And yeah, there was rice, and there was the vegetables.
Yeah, they had vegetables with that, and of course,
Mhm.
the spices to prepare the chicken with the jerk
Mhm.
spices, what it was all about, and it was delicious, guys. And you know what? I like the location of the place too, with
Oh,
its
it was
view of the
beautiful.
sea. Really, really enjoyed
There's
that.
a lot of stuff going on in the chat.
Okay, then let's jump back to the chat real quick before we hop over to Grand Cayman. Let's see. Okay, this is where I left off. So Meg was saying that you sailed down the Mississippi for many hours. It's an experience.
Oh, I would
Oh,
like that.
I would enjoy that too. Absolutely. You know what? I think I would really enjoy a river cruise.
I know you would.
I would just sit outside and just observe, the surroundings the whole time. Yeah, it'd be very much something for me. Rafael says that he is interested in seeing idea of Australia and New Zealand on New Year's 2024. That sounds interesting for sure. Let's see here. Well, according to Gary, it's over 1,200 people on the Vloggers cruise. Whoa.
Oh my God.
Troy goes house to Concha.
In Jamaica.
In Jamaica. Yeah.
I have no idea.
Yeah, you never do.
Never.
Let's see here. And what else? Looks like Dewey is interested in that too. So there is some interest in Australia and New Zealand cruise. Yeah, how can you go wrong, right? Dewey says correct. Fortunately, it's after the World Cruise. Okay, yeah, good deal, because you got that coming up in a while. Dewey, then the grill actually used wood in the burner, good old-fashioned smoker. Oh, there you go.
Okay.
Then you saw more of that than I did, but thank you for pointing that out. Troy asking hot peppers. You know what? The spice mix they used to marinate the chicken and all that, it was somewhat spicy, but I wouldn't say it was scorching.
No.
So for some people, it was still a bit on the hot side and spicy side, but for us, it was perfectly okay. Dewey also accentuates here that it was a beautiful mansion and ground to admire while we're there. Oh yeah, the garden in front of it was gorgeous to walk around there. Loved it. Max has just realized a lot of us are going to see each other in October. Oh yes, from what I have been reading, yes, there's a lot going on that one. Dewey says a river cruise is just your speed, Neil, but not much in the way of buffet.
Yeah.
Almost had me. Almost. And then,
Well,
thank you very much, Gary. Much
Please.
appreciated. Yes, let's get that clip out. I know which one you want. I mean, that doesn't leave anything to be guessed. So let's get the cannon out here. Where is it? Where did it go?
I don't know if he ate it.
But did it get eaten? No.
It
It can be gone. It's got to be. There it is. I found it. I was going to say. All right, here we go, Gary. Thank you so much, Gary. Once
Thank you,
again for that
Gary.
PayPal. Always appreciate your support. Always remember that, my friend. Thank you very much. Mecho's cannon. Oh, not the cannon. Ah, darn it. I thought you were always about the cannon, but
I'll play another one for him.
all right. We'll get you another one, Gary. We'll get you another one. How about the plane then? I know you like the plane too. It's a bit more
Maybe he wants Eddie.
laid back. Or do you want Eddie? Just let us know which one you want already. Eddie this time. Okay, Eddie it is. We're going to get Eddie out for you. Eddie is hearing his name now, so he's getting a little antsy out there on the love seat. Eddie. We find him right there. That was our dog digging up that PayPal from Gary. Thank you so much once again. And then, let's see here. And yes, I do want to go over that a
did.
little bit too. Dewey made an entire scavenger hunt for the seashore.
And it was amazing.
Now, mind you, this scavenger hunt, I do believe he's going to make publicly available.
I think he is. Talk to
At least
Dewey.
I thought he mentioned about that. Dewey, correct me if
for
I
other
am wrong.
people that are going on it.
But I
yeah.
think it would be great to have it available for whoever wants to do it. Let's see. What else?
I think we're
Meg
good.
is happy to see Eddie. Yeah, of course. All right, good. Moving on to Grand Cayman then. What did we do in Grand Cayman, Kimberly?
We went to see the turtle.
Yes, we went to a turtle farm.
And I was okay with it.
I like the turtle farm. I did not like Grand Cayman itself. I'll be honest. I've been to Grand Cayman twice now, to the Georgetown area, and twice I did just not care for that particular part of the Cayman Islands. It's way too industrial. It feels cluttered, and they just keep relentlessly building on to the island, thus taking more and more away from it. I do not care for that. Now, the excursion, on the other hand, I like animals. So to stand there in one of the basins with turtles swimming around you and you can touch them real carefully, yeah, I like stuff like that. That's things that I enjoy doing for sure. What else? They had more than just turtles, though. They had sharks, I think.
Yeah.
They had the barracuda.
Mm-hmm.
And that made me realize that, yes, at Balmoral Island some years ago, I did come eye to eye with a barracuda.
Yes, you did.
Luckily, they're not hostile towards people.
Normally.
They were not that time either, just saying. So it all ended well. Otherwise, I would not be sitting here. Or I would be sitting here mangled. But the excursion itself was all right. I wish they would have had more signs up of what you were looking at, because some areas, yes, you could see, like, you could do a little bit of reading about what you would see it swimming around, but others there was like no information at all. So but yeah, and I enjoyed the excursion, even though we did get a downpour to deal with.
It was okay.
All right, so that was Grand Cayman. Then, of course, Cozumel.
Yes.
Now, Cozumel, there were several things that we ended up doing out there, even though it was one excursion. Now, mind you, that day in Cozumel, we were informed there were no less than 8 different cruise ships that docked there that day. It was a zoo. And then poor folks out there in Mexico, they just really, really had to try hard to make it all work for everyone. But they pulled it off. We had to walk a little bit to our transportation, but they pulled it off. And they made sure that everything was in time after all. One of the places we went to was a Maya village by the name of Pueblo del Maíz. Now, Pueblo del Maíz is, it translates to village of corn. And, well, perhaps that had to do something with the tamales that we had there. And the special thing about that is that actually I did do a little bit of preparing of the tamales, believe it or not. So if you want to see a really, really, really rare moment in the history of To Travel and Tour of me preparing some food, you're going to see it in the vlog about that particular excursion. It is going to be in there. And it was edible. It was edible. Yes. What I made was edible. But yeah, we didn't die. Hey, it was edible for that reason. So, but very much enjoyed that. Learned a lot about Maya culture, and it was an awesome performance they did at the end.
And then we went to Tequila.
And there was, yes. Then after that, we went to tequila came after that. There was a ranchero there, one of those.
He danced with horses.
Yes, he
The
actually
horses
did.
danced.
Yeah, like, but then they danced to mariachi music, which was
Mhm.
really awesome. I really enjoyed seeing that. And then the ranchero himself, he did like a
tricks.
rope trick and all that, like rope tricks after that. Then we went on to the actual tequila tasting. Now, we really enjoyed that. They use the agave there that they grow right there on site. I believe the brand was called Regalo de Dios, so that means gift from God. And yeah, that's the tequila brand they make there. And we got to taste various kinds of tequila. And just like as is the case with wine, the older it gets, the better it gets. It gets more smooth, and you could really taste the difference between a 6-year-old tequila and a 12-year-old tequila. Big difference already.
It was all delicious.
Yes, absolutely.
I do like tequila.
Yeah. So once again, never a bad time in Mexico, guys. What can I say? Even though we have been to Cozumel numerous times at this point, we just always find something to see or to do there. And we had a very good guide as well.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that helped. Okay, back to the chat. Let's see what's going on. I saw several comments coming in. Rafael here said, I can't wait to go on our cruise in October. I feel like I'm part of the community again. Vacation. Yeah. Oh, I bet you are ready for that, my friend. And yeah, hopefully it will bring you what you hope it will bring you. Gary is in a very generous mood today. Oh my goodness. Well, thank you.
Honey.
That's really very much appreciated. Let us know which clip you want. We'll play it. Just let us know. Dewey says, yes, I have some minor corrections to make to it, and I will make it available to the Facebook Seashore group as well as anyone else. I also plan to make more about other ships. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Good. So, yes, Dewey will make his treasure hunt available to other people as well, other cruisers as well, as soon as he has made those adjustments. Rafael says, oh, wow, just noticed the microphone. Yeah, the microphone is standing in front of us. We set things up a little bit different, but yes, it is right here. Hopefully that helps the sound a little bit. Larry then points out that Tony from Alito Loca just shared a sad story earlier about the Bahamas. I missed that. I was working today. What was the story?
Someone got killed by a shark. And they were on the same cruise, I guess, as Tony.
Oh. Yeah. Okay. So what I read is that shark attacks in the Bahamas are rare.
Mm-hmm.
The amount, I want to say, was in the 50 sometimes ever since they were started to be counted since like the 18th century. So they don't happen too often. But this is how you see you can be careful enough. Sharks are prevalent in the Bahamas. They are there. And that's something you really have to keep in mind.
Yeah, it was a woman from Pennsylvania.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. That's terrible. That's absolutely terrible. Very sorry to hear that. Yeah. I missed that story. Like I said, I was working earlier today. So Troy then says, in some places in the US, people call turtles cooters. No, think you were at a cooter farm.
That's something different.
Okay. Meg also loves Cozumel. That makes 3 of us there, and I'm fairly certain there's more of you in the chat who are very fond of that island. Meg then says, that sounds awesome. Love learning about other cultures and cooking. Oh, we had a blast. And you know what? We also got to eat Maya chocolate that was made the Maya way. So this is all fresh cocoa that they used, and it's roasted. And then instead of your customary sugar, they use honey, like all natural honey, to prepare the cocoa with, and that's how they make their chocolate. It was fascinating. Larry says, my cup of tea also, I was a cook for 20 years. Well, then you know all about it. Max says, I actually tasted tequila on my excursion last time. It was great. Good deal, good deal. Oh boy, Gary says, LOL, read the PayPal.
Okay.
All right.
Do
you have your phone here?
No, I don't. I think it's in there.
Okay. I will grab the phone in momentarily. Just a few more comments here. Larry says that he still wants to swim with the sharks. However you do it, just do it the safe way, like from a cage or something.
I think
Rafael asking, did you have al pastor tacos at the Mexican specialty restaurant? I did, Rafael. I did manage to get them, and they were good, but they were not alpha gone. And no one is surprised. LOL makes this. Like Gary says, then give me the plane. Okay, we're going to play the plane as soon as I get that phone out. Let's get the phone. You know what? Mine is laying right here. Might as well use that one. Okay.
Can you read the PayPal on yours?
I don't know if I can, but I'm going to try for sure. Let's find out. Let's see. Okay, that was give me. Oh, there you go. Oh, wrong one. There it is. Now the plane. Okay. All right. So Gary now is putting in his PayPal message which Clippy wants. That's very convenient. So yes, plane it is. Thank you very much. It's very helpful. The plane. Where is the plane? Ah, there it is. All right. Thank you so much once again, Gary, for yet another PayPal donation. Thank you. You know what? I do believe that clip, I think that is footage of Isla Mujeres that's in the background there. I could have sworn it was Isla. Let's see. Yeah, he's pointing it out here too. All right. Good. And then there was one more destination we had on our cruise before we went back to the port of Fort Lauderdale. Yeah, Fort Lauderdale, right? Miami. We went out of Miami. Got that confused.
But we flew into Fort Lauderdale.
Okay. And while you can tell about how we divided and conquered Ocean Cay, Bahamas, I'm going to make a quick stop in the little room.
Okay. So for the private island, I decided, okay, I didn't get off the ship that day. I was just there not too long ago, and I wanted to spend the day in the thermal spa. And so Neil got off the ship, and he went ahead and he had a wonderful day. He swam, he laid on the beach, he read his book, and I went to the thermal spa with Dewey, and it was incredible. Now, I am going to say this. If you are a spa person and you love going to thermal areas, you will love MSC thermal areas. Their thermal spa is incredible. It is a good deal. If you want to do it for the entire week and you book it beforehand, you'll get a much better deal than booking it on the ship. I mean, like a way better deal. But it depends on how much you like to spend, how much time you like to spend there. I know on this cruise, I didn't spend as much as I normally would have liked to because I was just so busy. We had so many excursions and we were just busy. Now, sometimes when we go and we do less excursions, or I go and I do less excursions, and I like more time in the thermal spa. But that's another nice thing with MSC. If you have status with them, gold and above, you get a free hour in the thermal spa on your cruise. So that's a nice little treat for being status with them. And keep in mind too, we can do the status match for you. Now they don't have as many rungs as like Royal Caribbean, so it might not seem like a direct like match, but they do a good job with it. And there's some really nice perks with it, like I said, like the thermal spa.
You're talking about the thermal spa.
Yes, and you're going to get to go next time too because now you're gold.
Ooh!
So he's going to have an hour.
All right, looking forward to that already.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. So you told him how we divided and conquered?
Yeah, I told him that you went to the beach.
I did.
And that you went swimming and you went and read your book.
I did. That's exactly what I did. Just a nice and chill day. And you know what? For once, it was really nice not to bring the camera off the ship.
Yeah, he didn't bring the camera.
I did not bring the camera. I did not vlog anything that time. I just got off the ship, did my own thing completely. And I really enjoyed that. All right, we're getting some more questions in. Did you see that already? Let's see. Oh, wait, there's actually more comments coming in. Rafael says plane is my favorite.
I
Wonder
wonder
why.
why.
Yeah. From the whale shark excursion. Well, there you go. Yeah, then that was Isla Mujeres then. Yeah, that was hands down one of the most amazing excursions you and I have ever done. At least I think it was.
Yeah.
Question from Larry here. Do they have day passes at the spa?
Yes, they do, but they cost about $60, I believe it was.
Yeah, they're
And
expensive.
we got the spa package. We were able to get it for the week. I think it was like $130 if you bought it beforehand. At least that's what they were running when we booked it. That doesn't mean that's what they'll be running when you book it.
Yeah.
But they wanted, because we had checked on the Meraviglia about booking the spa for the week, and they wanted like $400 and some for the week for the spa on board. And then I'm like, no. No. But 130, like I said, when you see all what they have, it's really an amazing thing.
Yeah.
Okay, there's a question for
No,
you.
there's all kinds of things coming in. Meg with a question here.
No,
Kimberly, do you think it's worth it to wait to sell MSC until you're platinum?
no, because keep in mind too, you have choices. You can either do a direct match now, or you can start selling with MSC and not match at all. And then if you go up in status with them, and say you go up in status with somebody else too, you can later on match your status. So you can do it later. So you don't have to do that beforehand unless you choose to.
Yeah. Max says, sounds like Neil has an amazing day, and so does Kimberly. Yeah, hey, sometimes we, like we said before, we divide and conquer like that. Kimberly, that's what she wants to do. I do what I want to do, and that's how we roll. Dewey is with us on not saving up until platinum.
Yeah.
That he says that his first cruise on MSC was before he had much status and enjoyed it thoroughly. Oh yeah, it's great. It's really great. Rafael now considering to take his kids to experience those sharks. Oh yes, they would love it. They would love it. Let's see. Do we enjoy the sharks or feed to the sharks?
No, they'll feed the kids to the sharks. That's not good.
Larry says that he doesn't mind 60 for the day, wouldn't use it enough for the week. Okay, yeah, then it might be worth your while then to go that way. Thank you, Kimberly. And Dewey then, and on MSC, you get points for every dollar you spend on board and charged to your room card. Great thing to point out there, Dewey. Yes. Now, it's truly, when it comes to value, and we keep saying this, and we are going to say it again, MSC is your way to go. You cannot beat them when it comes to value.
No.
What you get for your money is good.
I do want to go on Celebrity.
Yes, I want to try that too. See what that's about. And
yeah.
Particularly with how often it has been recommended to us.
And I book a lot of Celebrity.
Yeah, you do. You do, for sure.
And I've never had anybody come back and tell me, gee, I didn't like it. Everybody likes it. Everybody loves it. So I want to see.
Okay, here. Get someone to spend a boatload of money at Effie's and they will give you status on the spot. I was going to mention that. Oh, that is funny. That is funny. All right. So that was basically our cruise. So overall,
I am this close to diamond on them.
Yes. Yeah, you're really inching in on that at this point. Yeah. So that was all about the cruise we just did. If you have any questions, now would be a great time to ask them. If not, then we may just play just a few rounds. I mean, it's a rather empty chat, so we may not do 5 rounds, but just a few rounds of All Roads Lead to Travel, because I do know that there are some diehards who enjoy playing that in here. So maybe just a few rounds. Max says, MSC seems like my vibe. Not sure if I can get Mr. Paul on it, though. Really?
Really?
Why? What are his reservations about it? Larry is asking, what can you buy at Effie's? Jewelry.
Lots and lots of it.
And lots of jewelry. Let's see here. Gary is asking, so MSC is a go, but maybe not on this. I'm assuming that means Seashore. Well, like I said,
we would go back on the Seashore.
We would go back on the Seashore, even despite it has some flaws. But what cruise ship doesn't have flaws?
Actually, I want to go on the Seascape next because that's going to be their brand new one.
Yeah. No, we would go back on there. It wasn't that it was a bad ship. It's just that there were certain things we didn't care for compared to the other MSC ships we've been on. But it is not a bad ship by any
No,
means of your no, by no
go
stretch of
on it. You'll
imagination.
love it.
Go
It's
on it.
great.
Yeah, Seashore is a go. Larry likes jewelry, especially Rolex watches. Oh, well, there you go. Well, if that is what you like, then I do believe they have those too on MSC. Paul says that he just likes cruise ships. Okay, hey, nothing wrong with that. Gary says, I want to go on the one with that great ceiling.
That's the Maravilla.
That is the Meraviglia, yes.
That is incredible.
And
isn't
that
it?
is a magnificent ship. It does its name justice, Meraviglia. Meg was actually joking with Paul. Dewey says MSC does have watches, but I did not check them out to see what they had. Yeah, Dewey hasn't been so much hunting for watches. All right. So, if no more questions about the trip we just did, then I'm going to ask who is up for just a few rounds of All Roads Lead to Travel before we call it a night?
Yeah.
Let us know. If you're playing, just simply put in the chat the word playing and we know you're in. And if there is enough interest, then we will play. And if there is no interest, then we won't play. It's that simple.
There's no, yeah.
Larry says, I was dreaming of a Rolex watch they had on the Panorama for $25,000.
Only 25,000.
That a lot of money. I'd be afraid to wear that. I mean, imagine that you bump it against something, you scrape it against something, you get something on it. Oh, I'd be afraid to wear that much money on my body. I can tell you that. Gary says just a few. Okay. Dewey says me. Gary is playing. Dewey is playing. Eric is lying.
Eric is lying.
What? He is. Look what he says.
That was just so funny. Eric is lying.
He says he hates All Roads Lead to Travel. That's the biggest lie of the evening. Meg says me. I was on a cruise last month. Missed it. Okay. Oh, hey. And you know what? Your absence was noted, Meg. It sure was
We
noted.
always miss you.
Absolutely. It was just a dream, Larry says. Yeah, I know. Eric having a good laugh here as well. All right. Well, I already see that there is definitely more than enough of interest to play some rounds.
I have the first word.
All right. Well, let's first do the intro, and then we'll get you to the first word. All roads lead to travel. It is. There is enough interest. So, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? I can't find it.
It's gone.
No, it's out there. I see it. There it is. Here we go. You know what? We really looked like a bunch of goofballs in that picture.
Yeah, we did.
Anyways, all roads lead to travel. If you are lurking and not actively participating in the chat, and you don't know what all roads lead to travel is, then let me explain that to you. It is a game that stems from the belief that us travelers can turn any conversation, quite literally, any into a travel related one. So what we do in here is that we come up with the most random words you can imagine, and then it is up to you guys in the chat to use those two words in a sentence that meets the following two requirements. One, it is travel related, and two, you did everything you possibly could to attempt to make your fellow travelers roar with laughter. Those are the two main objectives here. There's no winner, there's no loser. No. It's just about having a good time in here. In the meantime, I see that Peck and Artie have joined us. Good evening to you. Thanks so much for coming to our live travel talk show tonight. Then, where did I leave off with the rest of the comments here? Do we try to play when watching the rerun? I bet you had fun with that. Gary's wondering where the heck Cindy is. Yeah, Doug and Cindy
I
are
know.
notoriously good at this game, so I'm hoping that they're still out there somewhere. If not, that would be a shame, but hey, it is what it is. Max finds it a great graphic, and Gary likes that picture. Larry says he doesn't see Canada in the video. You know what? Our photos of Canada are limited because when we went to Canada, it's been a while at this point. When we went together, that is, and we did not have the channel at that time, so we only have some pictures floating around left and right. But that is it. Mac is adding to my explanation. Fair warning, not for kids. No. If you have any kids hanging around you, now would be a good time to tell them it's bedtime, even though it may not be where you are, depending on what side of the United States or Canada, for that matter, you are. Gary goes, or blush from green thoughts. Yeah, there is that. A little bit. Larry says, I don't get to spend my points. Of course you get to spend your points. Cruising scene in the house. Good evening to you. Welcome in. We're just about to play some good old All Roads Lead to Travel. Raphael says that he just sent a message to Cindy, so let's see. All right, good deal. And let's see here. Then we are all caught up. Okay, Kimberly, you said you already have the first word, so maybe you can make this first word known.
Since he was lying, the first word is Eric B.
Eric B. I agree wholeheartedly with that. We got to poke a little fun at him now.
Yes.
Because he was lying when he said that
he was lying.
Really doesn't care for All Roads Lead to Travel. We know you better than that, Eric. We know you better than that. All Roads Lead to Ducks. Yeah, there may be some of that too. And hey, there she is.
Woo!
Definitely one of the most enthusiastic participants of All Roads Lead to Travel. Cindy is in the house. Awesome. All right, let's get this started. So, first word, Eric B. Second word, let's see, what am I going to get for second word?
I like the word bikini.
Bikini, yeah, let's do that. Let's do bikini. So we have Eric B and we have bikini. I think that would make for a great couple of words for round one of All Roads Lead to Travel. So there you have it. Your words are Eric B and bikini. And remember your mission. It has to meet the following two requirements. One, it has to be travel related. And two,
funny.
It has to be funny. Exactly right. So let's hear those keyboards rattling and see what you can turn this into. Make it as hilarious as you can. It's all in good fun. There's no serious attempts to insult anyone here. It's all in good fun. Everything here is in good fun. And it's meant to end the live stream on a positive vibe, basically. Happy vibe, happy note, good positive vibe. So that is the goal of all of this.
And then we're going to have Italian beef.
And then, yes, I'm really starving at this point.
I know, me too.
Hey, there's the first one, actually put in by Larry here. I heard Eric B will be wearing a bikini on his first cruise. Oh,
this is good information.
Good to know. Dewey was actually the first one I see here. He says Eric B wore his bikini to the beach in Cozumel, and now the eyesight quality of local residents has drastically declined. Oh, gee, that's hilarious. And then Mac, I was surprised when I arrived in Miami to see Eric B in a bikini by the pool drinking a margarita. What did he say, Mac? Welcome to Miami. Hey, Peck and Artie are playing too. That's awesome. Let's see what they have. Eric B dazzled the crowd in his bikini in Jamaica. I would have loved to hear our guide that we had in Jamaica to make a comment or two about that. That would have been amazing. Hey, and there is Cindy. I've seen Eric B walk by on the Lido in his bikini and dragged him out on the floor for a dance to the wobble.
Okay.
So
he was having fun.
I suppose that was on the program then, on the daily program, like Wobble with Eric B.
Yeah. And his bikini.
In his bikini, that's right. Bikini Wobble. There you go. Gary, Eric B was walking around on the Lido in his mankini, then decided it covered up so much, so he cut it down to a bikini.
Okay.
That's the way to go about it. Oh, he got a lot of enthusiastic participation here. I like that. Raphael then, he starts with Neil. Raphael, it was Eric, it wasn't me. Neil was preparing some tamales at the beach while giving his finished product for Kimberly to try. There comes Eric B in a bikini, and Kim just lost it, and
Mexico!
Mexico! You know, Raphael, you just described a scene that could be realistic, even though me preparing food is still very, very
It's
rare.
rare.
Very rare. Cruising scene then, Eric B in a bikini for the sexiest man contest.
Woo!
Then Dewey, you don't want to see me wobble in my Speedo. Oh, that's hilarious. Then Peck and Artie, Eric B wearing a bikini, packing his weenie while drinking a martini, got yelled at by a meanie, and is now banned from B-Minis.
Oh my god!
Give it up for Peck and Artie, guys. That is one fantastic sentence. Congratulations.
Oh
Holy moly. That's better than a limerick.
Oh my god,
Dang.
it's so good.
Yeah, this is what we like to see in here. But here, another all roads lead to travel superpower in the house. Duck with Spiker's crazy adventures. Immediately jumping in the game, seeing I've seen Eric B in this video in Iceland, and his bikini was a little pickle. Always that pickle. You can count on that when Duck is in the house.
Yeah,
awesome.
but Doug and
Well,
his
gotta love
pickle.
it. Gotta love it. Dewey enthusiastically applauding
I
Peck
know,
and Artie's
isn't
comment,
it
and how can you
incredible?
not, guys? I mean, I'm gonna read it out once again just because it
I
was
don't know. I
that
think you
good.
should take a screenshot. I mean, that needs to go somewhere. That is
Yeah,
that good.
that is that. Yeah, I will take a screenshot
Yeah.
actually. Whoppa, there it is. I gotta make sure that I put it in a paint
Somewhere
file
where we can
here,
find
somewhere
it.
we can find it. There it is. But wow, was that epic? Listen to this once again. Eric B wearing a bikini, packing his weenie while drinking a martini, got yelled at by a meanie, and is now banned from Bimini.
Yes.
Unbelievable, guys. Well done, well done, well done. Yeah. Another applause is in order here. Well done. All right, and Eric himself says Eric B decided not to go to the beach party after he saw Dewey and Ruffy in a bikini dancing on the Lido. He's like, yeah, no, second
No.
thoughts on that one, not doing that. Doug then greeting everyone, pointing out that he's on the phone so he can tag. Well, welcome back, Doug. I mean, hey, at least you're
Always
here.
good to
That's
see
all
you.
we care about. Just real quick, between parentheses, guys, if you just joined the show and you're enjoying yourself, please do hit those thumbs up for us. It would really help us out. So please help us that way. We would appreciate it. Mac also complimenting Sharon. Yes, of course. Raphael then, no, I wonder if the B in Eric B is for bikini. Yeah, you never gave that any thought before, did you? And Eric also just hailing Peck and Artie's answer there. Peck and Artie for the win. It is going to be really, really tough to topple that one tonight. But hey, it was only the first round, so who knows? And Gary says, at least Eric B was wearing a bikini and not mantis. Larry then says, also in line with just about everyone else, Peck and Artie for the win. Yep. Compliments too from cruising scene here. Yeah, those are in order for sure. What a spectacular first round that was. All right, let's move on.
One more
no,
round.
we can do two more.
One more round.
No,
One more round.
I already said a few, so it's got to be at least a few.
One.
All right, the second round. Let's see. Larry, is pointing out that was a Hall of Fame line. It sure was. It sure was. Oh, wait a minute. It looks like we got some more travelers here. The credit is going back to someone else from what it looks like. It says that was made by Art. Well, partially. It was a collective effort, I see now. It was made by Art, Tiffany, and Patrick from Offbeat Travel, just a typist. Well, whoever is
It was all amazing.
the creator of that fantastic
Oh
line,
my god.
you nailed it, guys. You totally blew it out of the water. Nice. That's what we like to see in here. All right, so the next one. Let's see. What am I gonna use this time? Oh, rubber duck. There you go. Rubber duck. And what are you going to combine it with?
Fire truck.
Fire truck. Okay, that's random. So we're upping the stakes here because those really are two extremely, extremely random words in here, guys. Rubber duck and fire truck. Let's see if you can turn that into something just as hilarious. I'm curious. This is going to take a lot of creativity for sure. Compliments here from Meg and Larry then saying it needs to be framed and put behind you. I know.
It was really good.
I know, right? And Gary goes to, thought Tiffany and Patrick had something to do with that one. So there were some suspicions already. But for round 2, guys, that we're on right now, it is rubber duck and fire truck. Let's see. What is that going to be turned into? Oh, that silence before the proverbial storm I'm hearing. But first shot here is fired by Dewey. Eric B's designer bikinis were being worn by rubber ducks being sprayed around the pond by the fire trucks in the duck race. That would have been a spectacle
there was
to
a
behold.
lot going on there.
That would have been quite a spectacle to behold. Cruising scene then, the rubber duck rode a fire truck to funnel on the Lido. Yep. That'd be something too. And duck then, Cindy got drunk at the bar and walked out and mistaken my fire truck fire hose as a rubber duck.
Okay.
Oh, gee. Oh, boy. Poor Cindy, right? Poor Cindy. Okay, what else are we going to get on those 2 words? Rubber duck and fire truck. That is a challenge, I will say that, because those words are just so random and at first glance have absolutely nothing to do with travel. I'm curious if Cindy is going to fire back at Duck for that one. Let's see. Oh boy. Here, Larry. Eric B was wearing his bikini at the pool hanging out with his rubber duck. Someone got scared and called the fire truck. Sharon having a good laugh here. Back then, Eric B was surprised in the hotel bar in his bikini when he found the rubber duck. Then the fire alarm went off. He wasn't expecting to be out there. Oh, yikes. Yep, nasty surprises happen, right? Cindy is firing back at Duck. Duck was in the shower with his rubber duck having too much fun, and this fire truck met us at the next port to put this fire out with his pickle.
Okay.
Oh,
you know what? I'm always amazed that Doug's pickle has its own life.
I know.
Its own life.
You know, I'm just going to pretend I have absolutely no clue. I'm just being foreign, that I have no clue what the dog. Where do you buy that pickle?
Oh, that has that kind
Where
of life?
did you get that? That has that kind of life.
Yeah.
Where did you buy that?
I don't even know Cindy.
Back in Artie then, and whoever else is out there, I was on my balcony and heard the wee woo siren, and I saw a rubber duck driving a fire truck, and I exclaimed loudly, "What the?" Another great one. Yeah, imagine that. You're sitting on your balcony and all of a sudden it's like, and then like a little duck.
In the eye. Did you see that? He almost hit me in the eye.
Now you know what I go through approximately 85% of the time.
Bad.
Listen, with your Italian heritage, you taught me all these wild gestures. Now, not quite that wild, but wild for sure. What are you doing, Kimberly? Hey, listen, I was just happy that we didn't have the hashtag hit him again for quite some time, but seems like you're trying to restore it to its former glory. Hey, I'm gonna need my pamphlet. Gee, what else is going on? Rafael got one. Eric B was walking on a Lido deck hunting for rubber ducks, but he tripped and hit a gas line, and the fire truck came to save the day. Wow. I suspect there would take more than one fire truck to save the day there. I mean, if you hit a gas line, yikes. Gary, then we brought the fire truck over to Billy J so that its cat could be cooled off after playing with the rubber. I mean rubber duck. Okay, Gary. Yeah, that was absolutely no purpose. It was completely by accident. It was the spelling control. It felt naughty.
It was.
Eric B wrecked the fire truck looking at the lady in a pink bikini in a hot tub while playing with a rubber duck. There goes the fire truck, right? Dewey goes, "It's alive!" Meko's duck's pickle is sentient. It's
Sentient.
its
Yes.
own being.
Yes.
It's
It
its
has a
own
sense of
being.
self.
Now, Duck is saying, better question is where I hide the pickle. I suppose. Wee woo, wee woo. Yes, that would be that. And then Dewey, from what we hear, talking to the spikers here, you can hide it almost anywhere. Whoa! Cindy is just roaring with laughter over that one. Beck and Artie complimenting Gary here. Nice. Yeah, definitely got some good ones in on that one too. Good deal. All right, next round. Next round. We can definitely do one more round. All right, one more round. Do you have a word?
Sriracha.
Sriracha. Okay. I believe you spell that way. I'm going with the verb to hint.
What?
Yes, hint at. There you go. Now, mind you, when I say to hint at, you can use that in any kind of conjugation you want. So it could be hinted at, could be hinting at, could be hint at singular, however way you wish to use it. So we got sriracha and we got to hint at. Let's see what you can turn that into. Max says, this is such a great game. Well, I'm glad you're enjoying it. We always have fun running these games. So that's what we all do it for. If you guys wouldn't be enjoying it, we would definitely not be playing it. So I'm glad it's still not growing old. Once again, for round 3 of All Roads Lead to Travel, we got sriracha and to hint at. Those are your words. Once again, a quick reminder for everyone who just popped in or hasn't done so yet to give us a thumbs up if you enjoy the show or our channel in general. Please do give us a thumbs up for this live travel talk show. Let's see how challenging this one is going to turn out to be.
I don't know. I think it's too challenging.
I don't know. We got some really good players
in
here.
They're really good.
You know, if I notice we got good players in here, I am going to, make it up the level, make it a little bit of a challenge. Dewey, there was a hint of sriracha sauce in Eric B's bikini, and his rubber duck in his pocket began to melt, so the fire truck needed to come hose him down. Ow! That just sounds painful. Ooh.
What happens in Mexico stays in Mexico?
Something like that, huh?
Ooh.
Ooh. All right. So Dewey with the first shot here. Let's see what else we're going to get here. I can hear those keyboards. I can hear them. Or phones, so you will. Oh, I know there is more coming. I bet you Duck and Cindy are also going to fire away again. And I think that Peck and Artie and the group are also working on something magnificent again. Oh, I can't wait to see the rest coming in. They must be busy. You see that?
I know. They're very busy.
Yeah. Gary is the next one with a line. He says, Duck's pickle was being covered by Eric B's bikini when he realized it was coated in sriracha and ran screaming after it was being hinted that he really needed to hide his pickle in a rubber duck. Hey, you, can you hide that in a rubber duck, please? Oh, gee.
What kind of cruise were you on?
Yeah, that sounds like a very, very particular type of cruise, Gary. Yeah, yes. I don't know.
Yes. The type that you don't even have to bring the pineapples. Everybody just knows.
What was that? Not the Discovery Princess, but the Pineapple Princess.
Yes.
Cindy, apparently I didn't realize there was a hint of sriracha on Duck's pickle while he was playing with the rubber duck. So that's why the fire truck showed up at port. Ooh.
There you go.
Nice. Dewey then, my sexy jalapeno drink, margarita, has a hint of sriracha sauce along with the habanero lime and pepper rimmed glass.
Do not eat the pepper.
Do not eat the pepper, Dewey.
Dewey,
don't. Dewey, do not. Dewey, don't. Just Dewey, don't. Dewey, don't. Yeah, we witnessed that on the Discovery Princess.
It went very bad.
Yikes. Back then, Eric B heard the hint of a fire truck and he just put on the bikini anyways. He went to the bar and he found a nice lady and showed her the rubber duck she found. Apparently it was covered half. She had a very interesting reaction. Oh, I bet she did. Ouch. And Eric then, Kim decided to hint at what she wanted from Neil by putting sriracha on a rubber duck.
I can't imagine what I'd want by doing that.
Something spicy?
I don't know.
I mean, it could be like a proverbial thing, like
I don't
something
know.
spicy.
But, I mean, little rubber duckies are only this big. I mean,
Doug, then, when I hit my sriracha pickle, there was a hint of screaming.
oh, yeah!
I bet there was. I bet there was. Now we know where he hides it. In the sriracha bottle.
Oh, my God!
And Dewey then, Dewey learned the hard way not to eat the pepper. Oh, gee. Larry, Eric B likes to hint at that he likes wearing his bikini while playing with his rubber duck, eating sriracha, dreaming of all the firemen or fire truck. Hey, Peck and Artie, assless chaps Gary was eating some sriracha, caused everyone in the restaurant to squint. I told Patrick to drop a hint to Gary that there is a cucaracha.
Oh, my!
I like the way that rhymes too. Well done, well done. Oh, gee. Then Meg goes, hey, y'all, wash your hands. Has that nobody seen those hand washing stations then, for crying out loud? Cindy is complimenting your hair here.
Thank you.
Isn't it getting long? Did you see that? Raphael goes, what happened to mine? Let me see, Raphael. Let me double check.
Threw it away!
Let me see. There we go. Yes. Must have missed it. My apologies. Eric B was trying to find an upside down pineapple, upside down, wearing a bikini. All he found was a rubber duck, and Kim gave it a hit where the PA was. He came in and they drenched him in sriracha and had to call the fire truck to cool him off. Ooh.
Okay.
Yeah, what do you expect if you're wearing that upside down or outside down pineapple? You know, things are going to happen then.
Things go wrong or right. Depending.
Gary says on that type of cruise, all the pineapples are upside down.
Like I said, you don't even have to bring them; they just know.
Oh, gee. Let's see. There we go. Yes, Cindy says. Yep. All right.
It was so funny today. Y'all mentioned my hair, and the funny thing is, I washed my hair and I didn't like really do anything with it, and then I was like, okay. Then I was going to put the hairspray, and I'm like, I have no hairspray. So, and I'm like, I have no hairspray. This has never happened to me before. I always have hairspray. And for some reason, I don't have any.
So at some point, you're bound to run out of it, right? Hey, look over me. We're getting a super sticker from Mac here. Woo! Thank you, Mac. Much appreciated. Let us know your clip of preference, and we would be happy to play it for you. Dewey, then, I found some interesting pineapple earrings. Can be worn either direction.
There you go.
That's funny. That is funny. You look beautiful, Mac tells you.
Well, thank you, honey.
Dewey then says, I found some... we went over that one. Gary then, so what is the color coming out of the top of your hair?
It is actually lilac.
Lilac.
Yep, because I have purple in it. And this has gotten to be a really, really light purple. And then this is still the darker purple. It's washing out some.
Yeah, but it's like a whole mixture. How many colors do you have?
I just have purple.
I see brown too.
Okay, because it washed out.
Okay.
I have like the lilac. I have a little bit of like a violet brown. I have like all kinds of colors going on.
All right. Mac wants to see Eddie. So Eddie it is. Let's see. Where is the little dog here? There he is. Found him. Thank you so much again, Mac from Max Funtime, for your super sticker. Much appreciated. And that was Eddie for you right there. We got one here from Eric. Eric B ran out of lotion, so he decided to rub the lady in the beginning with sriracha, causing her to need a fire truck after she rubbed herself with a rubber duck to hint at the next move.
There was some weird stuff going on.
Hashtag sriracha fetish.
Apparently.
Eric goes, that is one long run-on sentence. It sure is. Gary saying on camera it looks silver.
It might.
It might. Yeah, you got some silver too.
Probably. Like I said, what I did was.
Okay, so let's see. The colors that are in it. We got silver, we got violet, we got purple, we got brown.
There's just all kinds of going on.
With a little bit of imagination,
plum.
burgundy.
There's plum.
Yeah, it's all kinds of warm tones for the most part.
Cool tones.
What? Oh yeah, I guess the purple is not exact. But the burgundy, it's burgundy is warm in my opinion. But Eric, then I have a few fetishes. Maybe a sriracha. Okay, you just gave Kimberly entirely too much information. Oh, gee. Gary, then at least there's no gray.
Oh, yeah, we'll go with that.
Hey, look over here from the Visos from Oklahoma. We also have a super sticker coming in. Thank you. Muchas gracias, amigo. Let us know what you want us to play.
He wants the boat.
Is that right, Rafael? You want the cruise ship?
Yeah, that's a good memory we all have.
Okay, you mean the plane then?
Yeah.
All right, okay.
But we're on the boat.
All right. Well, I'm going to let Rafael answer for himself, but let us know what clip you would like us to play, my friend. In the meantime, I think we can do one final bonus round. One final bonus round of All Roads Lead to Travel because it has been so great with all the participation. One more. What do you say? Okay. Gary says, gonna have to call tonight. Miss you all very much. Right back at you, my friend. Right back at you. Hopefully we will get to travel here together soon. And yeah, that's all I can say for now. Rafael does want to see the boat. Okay. And Gary, of course, as always, thank you so much for being a moderator in our live stream, as well as your donations. Much appreciated. In the meantime, Rafael has decided on the boat. So the boat it is. Yeah, I see that boat, and all I want to do is swim with whale sharks again and eat more tacos al pastor at El Fogon. What can I say? Those memories will last a lifetime for sure. Okay, round 4 of All Roads Lead to Travel. This gotta be a good word, Kimberly. It's gotta be a good word.
Pineapple.
Oh, there you go.
It's been a while since we've used the word.
Pineapple, okay.
I never would say pineapple, so we must go pineapple.
All right. Let's see. I'm gonna go with
Twister.
Twister? Nah.
Yes, because it can be a tornado and it can be the game. Twister.
All right. You want Twister? Fine. We'll let you have both words this round.
Yes.
There we go. Pineapple and Twister. The last round of All Roads Lead to Travel has these 2 words, guys. So give this all you got. This has gotta be good. Pineapple and Twister. Rafael still very much amazed with the clear water out there in Mexico. I know, right? That never gets old. That really never gets old. Oh, Duck also had one. Teabag Lido for the last one. Okay, you know what? Use whatever combination you would like to use. Teabag Lido and Lido, or Pineapple and Twister, or all of them for all we care. Go ahead.
Have fun.
Larry, thank you so much for joining us tonight. Say hi to Ananda from us. Good night. Pineapple and Twister, the final words of All Roads Lead to Travel. At least for this evening. Let us know. In the meantime, we can start announcing what will be coming up on our channel. Of course, there's going to be a
Lots of
lot of
vlogs.
vlogs coming out about the cruise we did, both about the ship and about the destinations we did. As a matter of fact, Cozumel for sure is already going to have 2 vlogs. So be on the lookout for that. Those will premiere each and every Sunday
And there's
on
also
at 8:45 p.m.
and there's also sushi on the run.
Sushi on the run. What?
Yeah, that's what me and Dewey call it. Sushi on the run.
Okay, all right. Yes, there will be that too. Dewey is the first one. He says, playing the Caribbean Twister game with fruit in place of the colors. Pineapples were in place of the yellow circles, and depending which way you stood, it might excite you with possibilities. Yep, that's creative. I like that. Well done, well done. Who else is going to put in for the final round of All Roads Lead to Travel? Eric B is. Eric B searched the horizon looking for upside down pineapples, but after eating so many tacos with extra sriracha, he ran for the bathroom and played Twister, if you know what I mean.
There you go.
Yikes, yikes, yikes. Yep, I know what you mean for sure. Well done.
What's this one?
Cindy, I put our pineapple upside down on our door, and when I got back to the cabin that evening, the hallway looked like a Twister hurricane with people trying to get in.
Woo!
Whoa! Pineapple party at the Spikers. There you go. Then Rafael, Eric B had the great idea to fill the top of his bikini full of pineapple dipped in sriracha and go hunt for some rubber ducks. When he came out on the Lido deck, a Twister came and he got a hint of a fire truck coming his way. Yeah, that would require a fire truck.
Yeah.
All right, let's see what's going on out there with Peck and Artie. Tiffany tried to convince us that it's a tradition to play Twister with pineapples during a Twister. Nice. I liked both ways that you used the word Twister. Well
Very
done.
good.
Very clever. I like that. Then Duck firing back at Cindy. Cindy got drunk at the casino, went looking for an upside down pineapple, came to the Lido. I was doing Twister and accidentally teabagged her.
Oh.
Whoops. Nice, nice, nice. All right.
So I think we're done.
Oh, okay.
We're done. Goodbye.
Really? Really? We're not. No, I'm sure there's more
Did you
coming
like
in.
that?
That's not how this works, Kimberly.
Yeah, sure.
No,
Fine.
no. We're going to wait a few more moments before we are going to wrap it up, though, guys.
And again, we're going to be going on the Prima.
Yes, so that will be next for us. End of October, we will be going on the Norwegian Prima for a cruise out of Galveston in Texas. Will only be a 4-day with only one destination in between, which is Cozumel, Mexico. Somebody is hungry, Dewey says. Yeah, we are. All kidding, guys. And he says, oh, we know. Don't you worry. We've only invented this game. Troy then, naked Twister with oil gets really hard. I wish I saw the pineapples before joining in on reindeer games. Kink is great. Oh, jeez. That is such a Troy one.
It is. It
love
really
it.
is. It's
Love
a good
it.
one.
The Spiker says, you know us, LOL, we love this game, only fun. That's exactly right. It's all in good fun, and that is what this game is there for. And we hope we succeeded all together in that, basically ending this live stream on a very good note. What's going on? Oh, did I miss one? Oh, I'm sorry. Eric was drinking a pineapple Twister and decided to add some sriracha. He felt like a fire truck. He was in his bikini. The duck he had was not attracting the ladies.
You said firefoot.
What?
He said 2 F's, didn't he?
No.
He said fire and he didn't
Truck.
say truck. He said fire.
No, I. No way.
That's why I put it.
Duck, then, good talking to everybody. Have a good night. Get something to eat. I heard pickles are good. Did you now? All right, guys. Well, thanks so much for joining us. Thank you so much.
We appreciate each and every one of you.
To all of our moderators in here who made once again sure that everything went nice and smooth. And of course, to our super chatters and PayPal donations. We very much appreciate all your support, guys. Means a lot to us. We will be back for our next live travel talk show next month, first Wednesday at the conventional time of 9 o'clock.
Yep.
Well, maybe it will be the second Wednesday, depending on how the cruise falls. I don't know if there's a Wednesday involved, but you will, of course,
No,
be
we don't go
informed.
to the end of the month. Where are you going at the
End
beginning?
of the month is also the beginning of a new month.
That's November.
Yeah. Oh, we'll be back before the end of the month.
We.
All right. We'll figure this out, guys.
I don't
Thanks
know
so
what
much
he's
for joining
doing.
us.
I
and
have no idea.
Until next time.
Wait. Just
What?
wait.
Why you want to wait now?
You've confused everyone who's still here, and now they have no idea what we're doing because now, according to Neil,
Fine. Then
we go in
you
the end of
announce
the month.
everything we're doing. Go ahead.
Okay. I want to cruise with everybody.
Yeah, right back at you. Absolutely. Yeah, we're game.
Yay!
Sure.
Okay. It's the end of the month, end of October. We're going from like the 26th to the 31st.
Okay, that is what it is. All
okay,
right.
so the beginning of October, which is like the first week of October, we will have our live stream. It will be
Okay,
unaffected.
very good. First Wednesday of October then.
Yes, and then the first Wednesday of November, it should also be unobstructed.
Yes. All right.
Yes.
Hopefully that all made sense. If not, keep an eye out on the TTT community.
Yes.
We will announce it in there, of course. All right. It was great talking and touching base with everyone again. Thank you so much for joining us once again. And until next time, this is Neil.
And I'm Kimberly.
And this is
To
Travel and Tour
TV.
Good night.
Bye.